the initial test they did, they told me I didn't have cancer. So I actually got physically told I did not have cancer. And then 4 weeks later, they just turned around and told me that I did. So all the testing that they did, all the usual testing I should say that they did, didn't come back as having cancer. So like I said, the colonoscopy came back fine. The gastroscopy where they went down into my lungs and took a sample of the funny tissue they saw on the x-ray, that came back fine. And
also the blood work, you didn't have elevated levels of markers that they would see typically in a case of cancer patient. They would normally see it maybe in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Laura's was 4, and the range that they normally look for is 2 to 3. So having it a wee bit elevated with a little bit of a pancreas problems, they just put it down to that.
So yeah, we went in, we met with the registrar, and she went through sort of a whole load of tests, or not tests, like asking me questions. How long had I been feeling unwell, and how long was I tired for, and all these things that they've been asking me the weeks before, so they knew the answer. So about half an hour of waiting, getting asked these mundane questions, and then the oncologist comes in and she sits down and says, like, looks at her file and then says, oh, it's sorry, there's nothing we can do, it's terminal. And I was like, well, what do you mean there's nothing that you can do? And she goes, oh, well, we can start chemotherapy, but that's will be about prolonging your life. We can't cure what you have. And I said, well, I'm 26, how does that work? How can you be fine and then all of a sudden you're being told that your life's getting taken away from you? So, the next thing that pops into your head is, okay, well then how long? How long do I have left to be here? And then she said, we have a number. And then I sat there for a bit trying to decide if I wanted to know, and then so I ended up asking, because you want to know. And she said, oh, 1, maybe 2 years. And everyone sort of broke down, lost it. And she's talked a bit more about chemotherapy and starting treatment and things, but nobody was really paying much attention after that. And yeah, I can't remember much from the meeting apart from after she said that. So I started off on oxaliplatin and capecitabine, which is the standard bowel cancer drug combo, which is an IV fluid, and then 2 weeks of tablets and then a week off. So every 3 weeks you go into the hospital. But my body couldn't handle that. I ended up vomiting, I couldn't keep any food down. So first week of chemo I ended up back in hospital. Tried the second one on a reduced dose and I still ended up in hospital. So they changed to another regime called Folfox, or 5FU, and I've been doing that every 2 weeks since June, July, without a break. So I think I'm up to round 18 now. I would say if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not. Like, I look back now and I was tired and run down and I'd lost a bit of weight, and I just thought, we'd been trying to buy a house for 6-8 months, we was coming up to Christmas. I just thought I was overworked and I needed a holiday. But I had this cough and I went to the doctor and they told me it was hay fever. So I had that as well. So I would say definitely get a second opinion, it doesn't hurt. And I went to see a private oncologist in Palmerston North, and he read through my file and he said, yeah, he agrees with what my oncologist is doing in Wellington. He thinks it's the best treatment plan for me, and he's kept in touch and reviews my files and things like that. So having a second opinion is great, because there's always that going on in your head, am I doing the right thing? I think I agree with that. I think positivity can take you so far with this. Like, don't get me wrong, I have my down days. Like, I had one yesterday where I got quite sorry for myself and depressive at home. But if you've got a positive attitude, you don't have to think about it all the time. It might be there, but sometimes the positivity can take over and you'll be like, I don't care what most people have said, I'm going to be different. I'm going to beat the odds, and if I stay positive, that's the one thing I can do. I might not be able to do much else in this situation, but it's the one thing that I can control, and that's what I'm going to do. Yes, so I talk to people at my work, because I send my fundraising thing around at my work, and a lot of people didn't know how prevalent the GI cancers are. Like, everyone hears of breast cancer or prostate cancer and things like that, but they don't really hear much about GI cancers. And when you hear that they're the most prevalent in New Zealand, it's kind of shocking that there is no government funding, or that there is very little in the way of support. So yeah, I try and raise as much as I can. I have a blog where I write about what I'm going through, and I share it on my Facebook page and try and raise awareness that way. But it can be hard, because some people, you say you've got cancer and they go, oh, breast cancer, or something else, and it's like, well, no, it's actually a gastro-intestinal cancer, and they go, oh, I haven't heard much about those. But I guess maybe because it's one that people don't want to talk about, because it's quite a bit more sensitive. Well, sorry, it's not more sensitive than breast cancer, but it's a sensitive part of your body, and people don't normally talk about bowel motions or things like that. And I think that's one of the reasons maybe it is so prevalent, is because people don't talk about it enough. They might get the symptoms, but they're too embarrassed to go talk about it or go see their doctor. And so yeah, raising awareness for that would be great.
Just finding the information is sometimes quite difficult, of all that 20-year-old, 40-year-old age bracket.
I mean, when I go to chemo, I am like the youngest person there. I get to go into the canteen, even though I'm too old for it. But yeah, it's all older people's in their 50s, 60s, 70s going through chemo. And I'm a part of a support group in another foundation for young people with cancer, but so far I'm the only person who's a part of that group in New Zealand with my type of cancer. Like, there's a lot of leukemia, breast cancer, lymphomas, things like that, but not small bowel cancer. So it's been quite hard to find support, because it just does not happen.
If your partner is going through cancer or going through treatment, or a family member or a friend, you don't have to be there every day, every single day. You can just be a person at the end of the phone, or even just a text message, how you're going. And if they don't respond to you, they always, I would say, like the message and the support that you're giving. But it might be just not the right time, might be within treatment, or it's just not the right time to respond. So just be there when you can, and just show your support. So, one of the questions I asked within Laura's first meetings with her oncologist was, are there clinical trials? What is out there? What can we do? And questions do come to you, and they said, well, currently there's no trials at the moment. Every little dollar, every little cent helps to really raise awareness, which is one thing, but also develop treatments and trials which could also help them as well.